said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. For a strong kick to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Scanning the field, it's back. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a
breaks into the open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Wants to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Hurricane! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Yeah, and a nice job quickly getting the ball out. These bubble screens got to come out fast and got to come out to your playmakers who you can throw it to. Trust them to make the right read, get the ball upfield, and get in the end zone.
Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only... It stopped him from housing it. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
Pulls it in. It's Daniels. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time in late in the season.
To throw, it's back. He's got it. And a pickup of Abe opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They go to the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. The pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Got a man. It's Love. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get that rhythm. Find that timing to wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The give from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. A lot of touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the ground with the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after 1 period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking for a man, it's Beck. Makes the grab, it's Daniels. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Fires to the big fella. Got enough space. Touchdown, King. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Gets the back moving. On the run, it's Love. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Love. Finds some fresh air. Drills it with the stiff arm. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Wildcat looked good and get punts. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Love. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. Still on his feet. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls.
Some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's back. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they got it at the 33.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
With the run on 1st and goal. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? 2nd and goal for this offense. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. Defensive front was a stone wall on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking the field goal at this point.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Coming out with it, it's Barres. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The sure hands, it's Fields. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Got his man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to him fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see, he gets the football. He can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
On the direct snap, it's Love. Hard running there. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Irish! They take the lead with the 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He might want another play. To the air. It's back. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's the handoff. Look out, he's got room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the air. It's Carr. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Marion. He smashes his way through again.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back down.
The timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback may change this route. to pass. It's back. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Turning it on. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Nice job ruining that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to throw again. Floating away. Throwing on the run. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Price. Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
He's loose. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. as they come to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Guys, we come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to throw, it's back. Wide out, trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll try to blast their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTSA is going to walk off the field there inside the Alamo Dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll do it himself. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle, because it's usually a guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Turns like that, and while you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to, picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers. Hit him a few times.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And I like like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football.
Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Back to throw, it's back. Fires to the middle. And that is incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. got it in the middle. It's Fields. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
49, Miami, 24.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marion. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the...
Going downfield for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
There he goes. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these